Is Can Yaman the ultimate icon redefining stardom? What makes a man unforgettable? Is it a gaze that stops time, a voice that stirs souls, or a heart that burns brighter than 1,000 suns? Why does the world hold its breath when Can Yaman steps into the spotlight? Get ready, magazine news and gossip readers, to dive headfirst into the electrifying saga of a man who's more than a star. He's a force of nature. Who is the real Can Yaman behind the dazzling fame? What fuels his relentless rise? And what jaw-dropping secrets are sparking whispers of love, legacy, and a life forever changed? Strap in for a wild ride through passion, authenticity, and pure magic. This is a story that'll set your heart racing. The man behind the myth. Picture this: a roaring crowd chanting his name, cameras flashing like a thunderstorm, and a world captivated by a single smile. Fame is a beast, loud and relentless. Yet for Can Yaman, it's a paradox, a stage that feels both alive and isolating. This isn't just another celebrity tale. Can, the Turkish-born global sensation, navigates stardom with a quiet strength that's as captivating as his piercing eyes. He's not just a heartthrob stealing scenes. He's a phenomenon redefining what it means to shine. Let's peel back the layers of this enigma and discover why Can Yaman is the pulse of magazine news and gossip, and the obsession of millions across the globe. More than a pretty face. Let's be real, Can Yaman is breathtaking. His chiseled jawline, towering frame, and smoldering gaze could make anyone's knees buckle. But to call him just a handsome face is like saying the sun is just a light bulb. It's true, but it misses the fire. Can's allure is rooted in something deeper, a soul forged by grit, intellect, and unshakable authenticity. This is a man who studied law, speaks 5 languages, Turkish, Italian, English, Spanish, and German, and carries himself with the grace of a global citizen. His life isn't a highlight reel, it's a masterpiece painted with purpose, discipline, and raw passion. Can doesn't just walk into a room, he commands it, not with arrogance, but with a magnetic presence that screams, "I'm here to make a difference." The magic of connection. Why does Can stand out in a crowded sea of stars? It's not just his looks, though they're undeniably striking. It's the way he makes you feel. Whether he's delivering a heart-wrenching performance on screen or sharing a candid laugh on social media, Can has a gift. He sees you. His roles aren't just characters. They're windows into the human soul, inviting you to feel, dream, and believe. Fans don't just watch Can. They live his journey, cheering his victories and aching with his struggles. That's not acting. That's alchemy. His ability to forge an invisible bond with millions isn't luck. It's the result of a man who pours his heart into everything he does, creating a connection that feels personal, profound, and utterly electric. A star built, not born. Can Yaman's rise wasn't a fluke. No silver spoons or overnight miracles here. His story is one of sweat, sacrifice, and a relentless hunger to be more. From his early days in Istanbul to conquering screens in Italy and beyond, Can built his empire brick by brick. His law degree? A testament to his sharp mind. His multilingual mastery? Proof of his global vision. His acting prowess? Honed through years of study and fearless dedication. Every step of his journey screams resilience, showing the world he's not just a star, he's a force. Can didn't chase fame. He crafted it, proving that true icons aren't born. They're made through heart and hustle. A heart that roars. What's the secret behind Can's fiercely loyal fanbase? It's not just the posters on walls or the trending hashtags. It's the way he breathes life into every moment. Can doesn't just play roles. He lives them, infusing each performance with a raw, honest energy that hits you like a tidal wave. His fans don't just admire him, they trust him. They see their own dreams, fears, and hopes reflected in his eyes. This bond isn't superficial, it's soul-deep, turning fandom into a shared journey. Can's charisma isn't a mask, it's a mirror, reflecting sincerity in a world that often feels fake. That's why his fans don't just follow him, they stand by him, ready to ride every high and low. the quiet power of authenticity. Here's what makes Jan truly magnetic. He doesn't crave the spotlight. While the world screams for his attention, he steps back, retreating into a universe of reflection and simple joys. In an age where everyone's shouting to be seen, Jan's quiet strength is a revolution. He's not here for the glitz or the headlines. He's here to tell stories that matter, to live with purpose, to be a man of substance in a fleeting world. His humility isn't an act, it's his anchor. Whether he's delivering a gut-punching monologue or sharing a thoughtful post, Jan's truth shines through, making him a beacon for anyone craving authenticity in a noisy world. Love in the spotlight, a heart on fire. Hold on to your hats, magazine news and gossip fans, because this is the scoop that's got the world buzzing. Can Yaman, the man who seemed untouchable, may have found the love of his life. Yes, the eternal bachelor, the dream of millions, is reportedly ready to pen a new chapter, one filled with romance, commitment, and maybe even wedding bells. Who's the woman who's stolen the heart of this global icon? The details are scarce, and that's what makes this story so thrilling. This isn't a tabloid-fueled fling. It's a love story unfolding in the shadows, far from the cameras. Whispers hint at a woman who matches Jan's soul, a partner who brings calm to his storm, who sees him not as a star, but as a man. What makes this romance so electrifying? It's the proof that even a man like Can, larger than life, adored by millions, craves something as timeless as love. His heart isn't swayed by fame's chaos, but by quiet moments, a shared smile, a gentle touch, a silence that says everything. This love story isn't scripted. It's raw, real, and deeply human. The thought of Can, the man who commands screens, standing vulnerable before the woman who's changed his world, is enough to make hearts race globally. Magazine news and gossip is all in. We're rooting for this love to be the kind that lasts forever. The strength in silence. To truly know Can Yaman, you have to listen to his silences. In a world that never shuts up, his moments of stillness are powerful. They're not empty. They're packed with introspection, growth, and a fierce commitment to staying true. Jan's not afraid to step away from the noise, to reflect, to recharge. His social media dazzles with charisma, but it's the quieter posts, a heartfelt quote, a candid story, that reveal the man behind the myth. These glimpses show a soul wrestling with universal questions. Who am I? What matters? How do I stay grounded? His answers lie in his values, sincerity, loyalty, and a deep connection to his roots. Jan's silences are also a rebellion. In an industry that demands constant visibility, he chooses when to shine and when to fade. That discipline keeps him centered, untouched by trends or tabloids. His moral compass is as strong as his screen presence, guiding him through fame's temptations with a grace that's rare. This balance between star and soul, public and private, makes Can endlessly fascinating, a man who's both larger than life and deeply relatable. A global soul, a Turkish heart. Born in Istanbul, shaped by Italy, and celebrated worldwide, Can Yaman is a man without borders. Yet, his Turkish roots run deep, anchoring him no matter how high he soars. His journey from Istanbul to international stardom is a masterclass in resilience. He didn't just ride fame's wave. He built it through hard work and unwavering values. Even as he conquered global screens, Can stayed fiercely proud of his heritage, carrying it like a torch. His ability to blend universal appeal with personal integrity sets him apart. Fame hasn't changed him. It's amplified him, revealing a man who navigates celebrity with grace and grit. Can's pride in his Turkish identity isn't just talk. It's in how he speaks of his culture, how he honors his family, how he bridges East and West with every role. He's not just a star, he's a cultural ambassador, using his platform to inspire and unite. Whether he's studying new languages, immersing himself in new cultures, or pushing his craft, Can stays rooted in the values that define him: family, honor, and a love for his homeland. As his fame grows, so does his commitment to making a difference, proving that true icons don't just shine. they illuminate. A love story for the ages. As magazine news and gossip dives deeper into Jan's world, one thing is clear. His story is just beginning. The whispers of love, the promise of forever, the quiet strength of a man who's more than his fame. These are the threads of a tale that's still weaving. Is this the happily ever after we've all dreamed of, or the start of a bold new adventure? One thing's certain, Can Yaman's journey isn't a scripted drama. It's a saga rich with passion, truth, and depth that keeps us hooked. Picture Can at the altar, his eyes locked on the woman who's rewritten his heart. The cameras are gone, the world is silent, and it's just them. Two souls bound by love. That's the image fueling our obsession, and we know you're just as captivated. Why Can Yaman matters. Can Yaman isn't just a celebrity. He's a symbol of what's possible when talent meets heart. His story resonates because it's universal, a man chasing dreams, staying true, and finding love in the chaos. He's proof that fame doesn't have to corrupt, that success can coexist with soul. In a cynical world, Can's sincerity is a lifeline. His journey challenges us to look deeper, not just at him, but at ourselves. What do we value? How do we stay grounded? Can's life is a blueprint for authenticity, and his fans are learning from it. They love him not just for his talent or looks, but for the man he is, flaws, heart, and all. The future is blazing. Can Yaman's star is only climbing higher. With new projects sparking excitement, a love story blooming, and a fan base growing by the second, he's poised to redefine global stardom. But no matter how bright his light shines, Can will always be the man who walks his own path, guided by heart and rooted in truth. His next chapter, whether it's a blockbuster role, a wedding vow, or a quiet moment with the woman he loves, promises to be as thrilling as his journey so far. Magazine news and gossip is here for it all, and we know you are too. So, what's your take, magazine news and gossip readers? Are you swooning over Can's romance, hyped for his next role, or just obsessed with his unstoppable charisma? Drop your thoughts, share your theories, and let's keep the buzz alive. Can Yaman's story is unfolding, and we're all along for the ride. Heart, soul, and every electrifying moment. Let's make some noise for the man who's rewriting fame, one authentic step at a time.